I'm Dawson Jones. I'm the owner of DawsCPA PLLC, which I started this year in January 2025. So I mainly do bookkeeping and tax work for mostly construction business owners or like other blue collar type businesses. I do their books, I help them do quarterly tax payments, do some tax planning a couple times throughout the year. And then, if there's S Corps, I'll run payroll. So I want to be that all-in-one kind of advisor on the books, tax, and payroll front for those types of businesses. I went with WealthRabbit because, one, I saw it. Jason Stats, who's a big, accounting influencer, I saw him, post about it. I think it's either in a video or maybe a post on LinkedIn. But yeah, WealthRabbit, I looked at a lot of different options, but the nice thing about WealthRabbit was it has the accounting console, and it just made it super easy for me to take kind of more ownership of the process, and rather than trying to walk my client through doing all this stuff, on his own. So that was a big thing for me, was having that console, and the pricing was super clear. And so it just allows me to, take a lot of that burden off them, keep them doing what they do best, and then just kind of bring them in where as needed. The account console is great. I can pretty much, set up the whole plan from the start. For instance, on a SEP IRA, I can say, here's the guidelines of the plan. I can talk with the client beforehand and say, at what point, do we want to have they have to work for a year before they can join the plan, 0 wait time, things like that. So we can set all those things up, or I can do it through the accounting console, pretty much set the entire plan up, and then just send everything for signature through the console to the business owner. So all they're having to do is review and sign. And then from there, after the plan is created, you can invite the employees from the accounting console. You can schedule contributions from the accounting console, which is super helpful for, because a lot of these, my type of clients, they don't really want to be they need this, but they don't want to be bogged down with all the admin responsibilities that come with this. And I've had a few discussions with the support team, and even Jason, who, runs the company, and he actually messaged me on LinkedIn, which was super cool, sent me a little bag with some goodies, which was awesome to, hear from him. And then I spoke with Rebecca on the support team, and it's been great. They were able to handle all my questions. We had a few questions and a few things we had to work through on the setup, and they were super responsive, and which was definitely, helpful for me and my clients. So all good experiences from them for sure. One specific client I had in there, he's a guy in his 50s, has not saved anything for retirement. So it's really cool, not only from the tax side, but just he's a great guy and just needs to at least get started. And so it's cool to play a little part in that process, and WealthRabbit's helped achieve that. So the team over there at WealthRabbit really, takes pride in what they do and want to improve the product and, help us, navigate the product as best we can. So I definitely recommend WealthRabbit to other CPAs, financial advisors, et cetera. I'm looking forward to, as I need to set up, SEP IRAs or, other plans, I'm looking forward to setting those up through WealthRabbit for my clients.